Are they mutually exclusive? That's the ME and MEC. And what that means is, are they watertight? Watertight containers. I don't want to see that bullshit. Are they, when you look at this suite of options, are they overlapping? Redundant? Not watertight containers. So what do you think? What do we got here? We got soil standards, we got property taxes, we got infrastructure, we got streamlining the approval process, we got grants. Are they mutually exclusive, or do some of those boxes overlap? Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, in terms of streamlining the process, soil samples are part of the process. So
that's exactly what I was thinking. So it must be true. Okay.
Must be.
Now what?
Thanks, man.
Now
Thanks,
what?
man.
Overlap.
Thanks,
So we're going to put them together and call that streamline the regulatory process. EA, land use, they fit together in one box, right? That makes sense. Now we're down to 4. So the next thing that so McKinsey would say, we want a smart problem statement. We need to have brainstorm MEC issues, verified issues, brainstorm. And then here's the critical step. Step 3, trim. Focus on the vital few. Now, if you are at a cocktail party and you say MEC and you say problem statement, and then you realize the vital few, oh my God, that's it. Doesn't work out in your field for you. Yeah, in fact, I got McKinsey on the phone here right now. They want to hire you. Tell them they want to hire everybody. 106 people. There you go. The writer's not. Okay, so if you look at this list, you ask yourself, it's all overlap? Yep. If so, consolidate. And by consolidating, you get down to the vital few. And the last McKinsey is one I'm going to leave with is the rule of, remember? Great. If any number you want, as long as it's greater than 2 less than 4, you can keep it's illegal. Greater than 2 less than 4, that would be 3. Rule of 3. Yes. So any number you want, but it's got to be 3. Because 3 is memorable. 6, a 6-point plan, just too hard for our human brains to absorb. You want it to fit on a t-shirt. You want people to walk away and say, I just saw Dowler's presentation at Cabot. He wants me to do 3 things. That's a 3-point plan. I got it. 6? Not a chance. They won't have a clue. There was 2 regulatory ones, and they kind of overlap. Weren't very easy, so I forgot them. That's what we. So the last step, focus on the vital few. Ladies and gentlemen, when you do this, if you read that, and that, you have the slide on lecture number. They're each a page long, right? So they get 37.
I didn't know Justin Bieber was
Well, not only, well, yeah. It's a 2-fer. Right? Can't go wrong. Okay. And you'll remember we tested that with tower renewal case. And we did something that resembled the issue that happened. And I noticed in assignment 2 at least a half dozen of your team did an issue now. And shared it. Not required.
You're my best friend.
Any questions? The reading by Raziel, easy way. These 3 web links, which are the farm link, not clear,
James McKinsey.
farm link for your plants at these.
The legend.
And if you're baking a cake, you've got 3 steps to follow. Measure yourself and measure your hand. And at the end of the day, the only killer tip is don't call these things issues. That is all an issue. In our world, this is components of your plan, non-overlapping, exhaustive, and they should be the vital feature. Simple, right? Good. Good. Okay. 1/6 of the course was covered with, you know. Part 2, our context. Now, I know there's a lot of clarity in this course, a lot of preamble, but it's important. Our business is unlike other businesses. If this was business school, I'd forget all this crap. Just say, you know, you're in the business to make money and return, you know, value to your shareholders and delight your customers and keep them coming back. Simple life. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're making widgets or doing super candles or making Nike shoes. Business is simple. Urban planning, not so simple. We have this context of partners and politicians and the public. And it just occurred to me that we'll all begin with P. But next year, this will be the 3 P. You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start. 3 P. Public, politicians, and partners. Love the sound of that. Literally. Okay, let's turn first to the world of partners. The first P. So Goldsmith and Eggers, all I want you to take away from that is that they basically say in the old days, when Rob was your age, when he was a planner, it was all about hierarchical. We're going to build a road, call the Ministry of Transportation, we'll build a road. The highways, armies engineering. Today, not so much. Today the government steers and somebody else rows a partner. Maybe you have P3, public-private partnership. Maybe you have agency, board, or commission. Maybe the private sector. Maybe a citizens group. But it's governing by network. Got it? All you need to take away from Goldsmith and Eggers. It used to be government by hire, a road called MTO. In the future, MTO sets the road standards, how thick is the asphalt, how much rebar, how many guardrails, what's the speed limit. Chances are it will rely on a delivery partner to get the job done. That's all you need to get from good old Goldsmith and Eggers. Then we turn our attention to Carolyn Law. Carolyn basically says there are 4, and she has done an empirical study of plan implementation. She's looked at a bunch. She comes away and says there's 4 ways in which we can screw up in implementation. 4 possible, she calls them, disconnects. And what I want you to take away from this is that the disconnects can occur in any one of these 4 parts of the process. Visioning could be bad. Your translation of the vision into a plan could be bad. Your translation of the plan into a bylaw could be bad. And the enforcement of your bylaw could be bad. You know the old party game where you sit in a circle and you start a sentence, broken telephone? You know, and then you come around to the end and the sentence is wildly different. Same thing, that's a disconnect. Because we're all human. You know, the bylaw guys, the lawyers didn't quite understand what you meant. A little bit of breakdown in communications, and by the time you get to the end, it's wildly different. So Lowe basically says, these are 4 disconnects, and the only takeaway I need you to have for the final exam is that this stuff happens. Life happens. It's only interesting because she makes the point that when you introduce partners who are in different organizations, the likelihood of a disconnect becomes magnified. So in a world of network government, with Eggers, network government, government steers, partners do the rowing, the possibility of a disconnect is compounded. So your world becomes more complicated. So that's the problem. What's the solution? One of the tools that people use to deal with this complicated world of partners stitched together to get stuff done is a delivery chain. And you have another document from Cabinet Office off the chart. It basically describes how to do a delivery chain. If any of you chose to do this in your second assignment, many of them were absolutely excellent. The basic way to tackle it is in the red letters. If you're prone to making mnemonics like I am, remember stop. S, N, R, three layers that build up for each delivery chain. What are the steps in my plan? What are the networks of partners? Who are the partners? What's the network? What are their relationships? How are they bound together? By contract, by moral purpose, different, right? And then what are the risks? And the looser the relationship, the bigger the risk. So the delivery chain allows you to basically build up to this, where you've got a plan, here are my steps, the black boxes, this is my network of partners. The lines that connect all these boxes are relationships, different types of relationships, four of them. And then the diamonds are risks, risk points, different types of risks that you can have. So when you get them on a map like this, you get your arms around them. Say, where are my risk points? You can peel those off and say, this plant, we're going to need 3 contracts. Those are formal contractual relationships. We're going to need the commissioner of the works department to order his people to do some stuff. So that's the internal relationship. And we're going to have some community or common purpose relationships that are looser. So Rachel, when you're trying to get something to happen, you're going to, in some cases, be relying on the Friends of Algonquin Park. It's an M&R agency that basically maintains the trails in Algonquin Park. They're a community not-for-profit group. They have M&R can't tell them what to do anymore than they can fly the moon. But they're bound by a common purpose. Friends of Algonquin Park are interested in the trails in the park being maintained because they all use it, or live or camping on it. So M&R also has that focus. You don't have a contract, you sure can't order them, but there's an internal relationship. So what do you do with that?
What is lesson 3?
Wasn't that reading right? Wasn't that reading right?
No. Doesn't matter.
I'm going to be down to you mod to basically give up my Sunday and take hold up. I'm going to give up my Sunday to go and maintain your four-side trail in Algonquin Park. And you want me to sign that in contract. But I'm going to give you all this volunteer time, unpaid. I'm doing you a favor, I'm doing you a solid, man. I'm like, well, what the heck would I find that? So you can sue me if I don't show up and give you my volunteer time on Sunday. Nice try. Ain't gonna happen. So you rely on the soft stuff. You know, you have them over to a nice meeting. They get to meet the minister. The minister comes out and shakes their hand. A photo opportunity with the chair. You're in touch with them. You're maintaining the relationship. Not a friendship, but a relationship. That's what soft power. The charm of pencil. You have to be charming. Clear? Move on. Beat that to death. Speed up. Friday afternoon. Get the heck out of here. Question number 4. Many, just all you need from this slide is that we looked at waterfront Toronto as a case study, very complicated delivery chain. 3 levels of government, 81 separate agreements, 10 secretariats. So how do they handle that? What do they do about that? There are some of the things they do. So you might be able to, you might want to just have a little bit of ability to recall. When Eric Cunningham came in here, the director of development was here, spent some time with you, and he talked about this. You know, got MOUs in place, orderly meetings, farm offensive soft power kind of meetings. They do have some contracts, build it, they go to build stuff. That way we decide, we do a contract, they hire people and give them money.
So what's your
216 consultations.
That's one of them.
They need a lot of work. So, I know where they think of. 116 total in this room as we speak. We clear on that? One case study. illustrate the importance of partners. Good. Question number 5, the political context. Okay, here's where it gets a little bit gnarly. The politicians, oh my God, they are freaking important. But we need them. Why? Because you work, serve in a Western democracy, last time I checked. And we actually vote for our politicians. And they are subservient to their community. That's their voters, their peeps, put them there. And their peeps can take them out. As politicians are find out from time to time. So we have 3 sectors in the region. 1, 2, 3. 3 practicing planners, short little articles, starting with Linda Davis, who basically says, what's the question we're posing is, when should the planner take it directly to the public? We talked about the Gardner Expressway as a case, Jennifer Keith took it directly to the public. Basically stated her position, happened to be different than the mayor's position at a difficult time during the mayor's administration, but she did. So when do you do that? Linda Davis says, politics are part of our business. You've got to be aware of it. It's a fact. You don't have to love politics to be in playing. You do need to be sensitive to politics. Linda gets 1 chili pepper. On the menu of spiciness, I've given her 1 chili pepper. Yeah, temperate. Very temperate meal. All right, we're here to serve. We're not elected officials. We aren't going to get out there and start upstaging the politicians ever. He's the 1 chili pepper later. Then we go to Rick Carson, who takes nothing at all. Right? So he's getting into the little dynamite pepper at this point. He's saying, not only he's actually saying most planners don't like politics very much. He says you have to like politics. Our business is political. Political astuteness was and continues to be, wait for it, a predominant characteristic. Predominant characteristic. It's not just something you put up with. You got to do it, practice it. Learn to lobby and negotiate. Learn to work deals with the courtroom steps, with the health steps. You're in the game. You're not on the sidelines. You're not a rep with a black and white checkered shirt and a whistle. Linda Davis would be wearing that shirt. Rick Carson would be on the field, bumping into the players. He'd be the only 90-pounder at the NFL, or 120-pounder at an NFL. Okay, but he'd be out there for sure. Okay, so that's Rick with 2 chili peppers. Now, the big guy, the major dude, major domo in the world of advocacy, Norm Crumble. Now, Norm was writing at a time, the context is important. Cleveland, the apex of the civil rights movement, the Huff riots just occurred. 9 people were dead, 18 people hurt, 48 in jail. Big problems, right? So, he basically said, for us to be relevant, he was the planning commissioner at the time, our department will be formulated as an advocacy department. We are basically going to take a stand. We will be risk-taking, activist, and explicitly redistributive. So, not trying to solve poverty in Cleveland, ladies and gentlemen. Even though we're in charge of land use planning, you're not doing the job. That's Norm's formulation. And he wrote a lot with David Oss, Paul, David Oss went advocacy plan. Remember back the first year, I'm relatively sure you heard that phrase. A lot, yes. So, is it perfect? Some of you probably belong on to that. I did when I was a planner. I thought that sounds pretty cool. I'd have more fun working for Norm than I would working for Linda. Everybody wants to get on the field, right? So, is that the thing? Sounds more like more fun. Does sound like more fun. But you didn't put your name on a lawn sign and run for the election. So, at some point, if you're out there with your elbows out, as you saw Jennifer P's map, my colleague now up at UT, on the Gardner, the mayor's got a tight vote. His chief planner the night before surprises him with a comment. I think you should tear it down. And the mayor's trying to push for a hybrid. Is that fair? Is that appropriate? That's the question. What's the answer? It depends. All right, that's like two hands clients from the one hand to the other. Yes, sir.
How do you like the one you guys had coming at the that were like that good public servants old there's like risk taking advice.
Yep. Truth is power. Hear that phrase? Anybody watching the SMC Lavalin, Joey Wilson Rabel, Minister Philpott? Anybody sympathize with the cause? We aren't even going to talk about that today. We will start talking. We will not stop.
But yeah, fearless advice and then medium follow.
So you're there with Lauren on Gardner. You're saying at a conference and somebody, I'm the chief planner. Where are you on the Gardner? It's a big issue, $1 billion spend, key piece of downtown infrastructure. You've thought about it. You haven't said anything publicly. And it's the night before infrastructure and works committee deliberates on it. The mayor has declared himself hired. What do you do? Truth or power? Bold? I don't disagree with anything you said. Being bold and being confident in your views and speaking truth to power, absolutely brilliant. And I would hire anybody that fits that mold. That's what I look for in a planner or in a staff. But I would come back to when do you take it public? It really depends on the fact situation. Let me submit to you that when you're confronted with this choice, and you will be, you should ask yourself 3 questions. First of all, what's my job description? It's in our business, you can be a research planner, where you're behind the scenes doing land value analysis for all of this realty corporation. Good job, wrong with that, but definitely not in the limelight. You're not going to jump on Twitter and say, you know, the government's got to get its monetary policy under control. It's not broken. Certain clients. If you're Hugh McKenzie, not Hugh McKenzie, if you're the chair of the LPAC review map. Mr. McKenzie, well, actually, no, very well. Mr. McKenzie basically is the chair of the LPAC and the practicing planner and a planning professor. So, truth to power, you start tweeting stuff, saying my view, I've got 13 things in the docket, that one sucks, this one's ready to go. Absolutely not. Why not? Patrice.
Because he holds a position of power. He is an authority figure, and
So did Jennifer Hughes now. I was just told she was all good on that.
but her job is to make recommendations, and his job is ultimately to make decisions.
He's a judge.
Yeah.
He's an and he's a neutral, right? In our world, he's has to be a neutral. It's inappropriate for him to start opining outside of the public, and you will appear to have to be a perception of bias. Now, a chief planner, I mean, they didn't call you the general manager of the planning firm. They called Craig Lintern and Jennifer the chief planner. And planner implies a certain amount of vision. Does that mean she should have surprised the mayor with her vision for the Gardner the night before infrastructure committee at a landscape architecture?
Maybe not surprised.
Yes.
She should have.
She's surprised, I would say.
She should have been surprised.
Because I was doing social housing research and exporting, and the cameras attacked her. And she had to- Yeah. A little more of a heads up.
I think that's not
I may or may not have told that. She's not here today. I think she had a lot of time on that file. What's your job? If you're the chair of the LPAC, or what if you're the executive director of the OPPI? Right? Plan, not a planner right now. Not a planner, but if she was, what can she like hanging out there and write position papers? OPPI, your future institute does write position papers on policy matters. Planning Act is up for amendments, growth plans up for amendments. There's no PPI brief being written right now. And they take strident positions. Don't think so. Because our profession is divided. A guy like Matthew Corey, we heard from, along with Parsons, land supply guy, works exclusively for developers. His perspective is very, very different. You're going to get from Greg Lindbergh also. Right? And your representative institute represents both of them. So you gotta speak for your members, you remember, it's slightly different headspace, you gotta come with it. It's the nature of your job. If you're an area planner and big, developer comes to town and proposes something 10 times in excess of the initial plan, which has been vetted and approved by council and the approval body, you might get pretty striking about that. You might. And you'd probably go to the board and lay in your own. And the board would require you to sign a declaration with LPAC that says, these are my views as a planner, as a practicing professional, independent of any duty or care I owe to my employer. I'm not here to inherit the views of my employer. And if they said you're doing that, you would be asked to take a seat with the rest of the stakeholders. Become a stakeholder and not an expert. You're not a friend of the board. You're offering up your expertise in it. Do that. For you. Not easy. So what you got? First question, are you a fiduciary? Basically, you're always in the area of your corporation. I was on board for many boards, many years. In the capacity of a board member, you're bound to uphold the interests of the corporation. That's the fiduciary. Are you an advocate? You're working for environmental defense. Jeff Drake is hired Anthony. Anthony's going to go out there and save the barn swallows. We're getting, I'm told, like the nest of long grass. When people come cut the long grass, gets bound to the barn swallows. Not good things. Anthony's pissed at that. He's going to prosecute that in the Toronto Star because he's an advocate. He works for environmental defense. That's his job. And a planner could do that job. You can go to the OMB and lay in expert evidence, but you could write up a brief to prosecute the case in the court of public opinion. Very effective legislation. Do that. That's your job. Or are you neutral? Are you the chair of the LPAC? Are you even handed a judge like a judge? So in those circumstances, taking a fun life, good idea. If you want to get fired, you probably should get fired. Like, the head of the LPAC started to, get stuck in by, nothing over 3 stories is appropriate for municipality X. Pushing his vision over the vision, that's not the goal. So what's your role? What's your job? What's the context? Are you at the OMB or LPAC? Are you talking to a room full of students, as Greg Lintern did? Yeah, they'll produce. Are you a planning professor talking to a room full of students? And you're an RPP? You really is. You may have noticed that. Last week, determined study, yeah. It depends where you are. If you're at the board, you're on the stand, you're laying in evidence, you're an expert, then every word is measured, and you have to speak in terms of your professional and then cross. Not as much cross-examination in the new model as there was, but in cross, they will be proposing will try to prove that you're just here, you're parroting the views of your employer, for developer in particular. What do you mean 17 stories? Like, why are you saying that? It's funny because all the brochures say 17 stories, and your professional opinion lines up exactly behind Triel's glossy brochures. That doesn't sound like neutral, unbiased advice that you're offering. That's what will happen in cross. We'll be tested. So if you're at the board, the context is, independent advice, speak in terms of your profession. And then finally, who do you speak for? So in my capacity as now an academic, Dowler has become unchanged. I have academic freedom. Dowler is an ADM in the cabinet office, handling 30 confidential cabinet submissions a week. What if I picked up the phone to the Toronto Star and started giving my personal views on whether this is a winner submission or a loser? No. Dowler in the classroom, hey, I can say anything. Although I do owe a duty of care to do that. So I can say just
In the office stuff, would you be a little more open and verbal about your opinions? With your other colleagues?
Yes.
With the politics?
Yes, but again, your word is your law. You have to be careful. You can't have 2 faces, one face for staff in another public persona. Doesn't work best. And the larger your staff, the more conscious the type you become. If you have 3,000 people working for you, and if they see you let your hair down in the office and start talking casually about something, and then you take a view in the media that's 180 degrees opposite, your credibility is gone. So you need one face. The higher up you get, keep that face on almost 724. You can let it down a little bit with your spouse, trust your spouse. In my case, my spouse isn't even remotely interested in my business, so it's never good. If you talk about FSI one more time, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Okay, that's very good too much. Any questions on this? For the final exam, 1 chili pepper, 2 chili peppers, 3 chili peppers, right? So you go from a very detached view, generally politics is separate, you're here to serve, to crumble, so you're right up there with your elbows out, advocacy focused. When should you be a Krumholtz and when should you be a Davis? It depends. And you ask yourself 3 questions. 1, 2, 3. All good? Okay, now we're going to be matter. The 5 M's. What was your toolkit when you're getting ready to implement? M number 1 was mediation. James McKenzie, there we go. I knew it was in there somewhere. The head of the LPAT. Not everybody gets to spend time with the head of the OMB and LPAT. That's quite important. He is a training mediator. These are a shot of the slides. Basically, talk to us about the world of mediation. Mediation is defined as a dispute, a neutral facilitator, a voluntary sub. Dispute, neutral, voluntary. Bold, all the words in bold. What does the mediator do? He or she reframes the dispute to get the parties to move off their positions. For the California case, the ATV case, all-terrain vehicle case, camouflage, Birkenstock, toxic, divided, attribution, bias all over the place. Here just a bunch of, right? Mediator steps in, no skin in the game, no bias. Basically reframes it. What are you fussed with? I'm fussed about the noise these goddamn things make. It's apart. I'm trying to enjoy nature. It's the noise. And the critters are being scared off their wildlife corridors because of the noise. And what do you care about? Access to the dunes. I don't want to be out in the forest, or I certainly don't want to be up in the alpine. I could three-wheel carbon burning machine out in the alpine. No. Suddenly you've got something you can perform. And focusing on underlying interests, reframing, you move from being entrenched and escalating the conflict, focusing on positions. Position is no ATVs in the park. My position is ATVs everywhere. It's my right. It's like the right to bear arms. My right to have a three-wheel ring-a-ding-ding machine with free country. Right? Very polarized. Debate sounds a little like current politics, polarized, right? So what you're trying to get the mediator to do is reach across the aisle and move from zero sum. Every inch that I win comes out of your hide, and vice versa. Every inch that you win comes out of my hide. It's one pizza, fixed pizza, to the world of win-win, where you can grow the size of the pot. And the way they did that in California, if you recall, was to focus on a joint study of the noise on the EPA. And they said, you know what, every ATV that's been constructed after 1983 has a red sticker on it. They all have mufflers, the noise is lower, and if you guys want the dunes, nobody wants to hike in the dunes. It's sandy, and the wind blows, and there are no critters there to see. So what about we just give you access to the dunes, and only if you have a red seal on your ATC? Sure, no problem. We're getting the dunes. That's all we really care about. And for the backpackers, what if we keep them out of the alpine and keep them on the wrong side of the coniferous noise buffer? You never hear them, never see them, and you enjoy an alpine, a high country Sierra that's devoid of the ring-a-ding-ding machines. How's that work? Fantastic. But they'll never agree to that. They already have. Done, closed, over, win-win, the pizza just got bigger. Right, that's mediation. That's what you'll be doing in 6 months, if you're like. So, is it something you can use every time, in every situation? No. It's only suitable, it only works when these 3 conditions are in play. I would look to sit a 3-hour final exam if I was thinking mediation might be something I would answer a question on. I would sure as heck know. I have no idea if I can put a question on this, but I might. I would sure as heck know, where does mediation work? Where is it suitable? And it's suitable when the positions aren't values-based. So sometimes it's just a point of principle. You know, gun control. Now, a lot of the NRA's position, I think, I don't understand gun control debates in the States, but a lot of their position, I think, is more symbolic. It's not really, you don't need to have a gun with a bump stock or an activated clip. You need to have that. But it's freedom, man. The right to bear arms goes back to the Constitution, and we kicked all those lousy Britons out of here. You know, that's symbolic. So it's not about, there's no way you're going to convince the NRA to deal. There's no deal to be had.
Oh, nice.
Values-based. That's why there's no movement on either side. People believe you're not going to get the Sandy Hook Victims Association to sit down with the NRA and find a win-win. It just ain't going to happen. Values-based. So the parties have to be ready and willing, and you'll encounter in your work parties that are not ready. They might be willing, but they're just not ready. You've got a developer, 16 planning consultants, they all look like you, they're all brilliant, armed with Sherlock bound reports. And you got the local neighborhood group that just had a big sale and they just hired a first-year ryerson plan. That's their plan. So you're the area planner. You can set up a 3-day mediation in Delta Chelsea with a group that's clearly outgunned, not ready, not prepared, no. Can't do it. You know, one group will be frustrated, they'll both groups will be frustrated, we get to know them pretty quickly. And then the final one, this is another cocktail party work, ladies and gentlemen. You need to figure out whether the groups think they can get everything they need without negotiating. In which case they will exercise. Here comes the cocktail party word. Let's all join hands and say it together. They will exercise there. Yes, exactly. They will take the best alternative to a negotiated agreement. So they'll just go right to council.
It's the bottom one.
If I'm a developer and I'm being opposed by a ratepayers group that just sold some muffins and they don't like the color of
It's the bottom one.
and I've got an architect from Europe doing my brick for me, and the counselor, I just played golf with her, and she totally knows my brick. Am I gonna lock myself up with expensive lawyers at $400 an hour in the Delta Chelsea for 3 days and try to mediate this thing? Hell no, I'm gonna back out. I'm going to council, and then I'm going to LPAC. See you in court, Jacob. See it in court. That's what you mean. When you see it in court, you're batting out. You're taking the bat. No deal. Tell it to a judge. So I'm going to win. Okay, so batness are more attractive than negotiation in the output required for land and mediated substance. Mediation, forget it. We're going to action. Or worse, we're going to you. You're the staff planner, and they're after DPR, currency of our business, positive planning report. God help you, you're the decider, like King Solomon. Oh. They say potato and they say potato, and they're throwing themselves on the mercy of the area planner. They each get half a loaf. That's the line to use. I always use that line. I can do it. When they come to the ADM and say, we all agree there's need for reform. should go this way, and then you go see the tenants, and they say it should go that way. Rent control, classic one. Landlords, out, potato, tenants, out. And it's over to you to decide. No deal to be had. So what do you say? You don't really want to make that decision. And no politician does. So you say, I can do that, but I work in Queens Park. And you're in the Tenants Association of Thunder Bay. It is a Thunder Bay twice. I know there's some buildings there, some of them are probably rented. Extend my knowledge. So if I do it, I'm probably gonna nick you. I'm probably gonna nick you both. But just don't understand the facts. So you would do far better to go make a measure on this thing than to go off the rack. Sit down and cut the plot to fit your facts. Together. Try that out, run up the flagpole, and if they look at you, they'll probably look at you for about a minute and you'll hear wheels turning. Sometimes they'll say, good point, watch out, we'll figure it out. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But if you do it, it's hard. Hard on you, hard on the whole. That's an always because it came down to a little study. Yeah, that only works so well. Okay, any questions on mediation? I think I said editorial comment, my last one of the day. Of all the things that I learned in planning school that I used the most, conflict resolution and mediation. Those are my go-tos. Everybody's different, everybody likes one thing, you all have different skills that your go-to. But it's amazing how often you are called upon to try to find a win-win. Make peace to get bigger. Whether you're dealing with a staff, an angry developer, death care sector, one of my personal favorites. Cemeteries versus funeral homes. That's one of mine. It's not a point memory. Okay? It doesn't matter. Those skills can data, interest-based, value-based, all that stuff. Okay, factor number 6, we're now halfway through performance measures. Why do we do performance measurement? Because, as Emily Cowan says, there's a curious lack of focus and implementation and evaluation. You fix that, says Emily Cowan, lecture number 1, is by focusing on indicators and evaluation. And we're also in the world of dashboard governance. Cities love stoplight reports, red, green, amber. How are we doing? Well, you're green on this one, red on that one. I love that stuff. And in a world of big data where you can produce that stuff pretty quickly, unlimited appetite for it. Dashboard, dashboard, dashboard. And the citizen planners love it. So, to basically feed that beast, and it's worth feeding, we turn to our good old friend, Mr. Goring, 1981. Oh my God. They had paper back then. They first wrote this down on a piece of a dead tree in 1981. And Doran basically said, measures are great. What gets measured is what gets done, said Mr. Doran. And he said the best measures are smart, specific, measurable, signable, realistic, and time. I got it with that. Yeah, this is if anybody lives on that. That's possible. I said it 1,000 times. Possible. So that's what Doran says. We took a look at 2 cases, Virginia, transportation case, where we looked at their measures and found them to be wanting. For example, I think they said something about achieving 0 highway-related fatalities on Virginia highways. We looked at that and said, how are they going to do that? Is that assignable? Do they have the authority to do that? Is that measurable? Is that specific enough? How? People might get struck by a bolt of lightning on the highway. Is that their problem? How are they going to fix that? So we didn't like that one very much. Then we looked at the growth plan measures, regardless of how you feel about smart growth in the growth plan. I think we concluded that their measures were pretty specific, measurable, assigned, results focus at time down. We looked at the margins and the as well. So that's a good back. So that's basically it. Any questions on performance measures? Basically, they should be smart, and you should know what smart is. And maybe we'll follow a couple of these. So we'll be able to use them to kick the tires on it. Okay, strategic planning, we got Michael Rowland from Chief Focus in, Professor McCormick at Tajit, guiding role as lifelong consulting planner, and as he was pointed out, my former roommate from graduate school. How about that? A character. He basically, or we started with Bryson, Mike presented this as well. So Bryson basically defines strat planning as a disciplined effort to shape the nature and direction of the organization, project, or well, Michael gave us the typical elements of a strat plan, all the pyramid, vision, mission, values, strategic, etc. That, and then he unfortunately, I think, somewhat quite effectively said, of all those strat plans he had done for municipalities and other groups, these criteria, in his view, define excellence in a strat plan. Strat plan should be inspirational. That's similar to the McKinsey rule of 3. You want to be able to put it on a t-shirt so your staff remember it. It shouldn't be like 500 pages of life insurance type language. It should be inspirational. It should, grab you. It should be outcome focused. Prefer results focused. Change oriented, role appropriate, high impact, engaging, and all out. Tick those boxes, you've got yourself a pretty amazing strategy. That's it. We did look at TO4. You can go to the deck. Just go through that case study very quickly if you'd like to see an example, a live example of how strategic planning was employed in a visioning process of our business. And you heard Greg Winston talk about that. Questions on strat planning? Yes.
Is it important to remember all 3 lists, the elements, the success, and the attributes, or should we focus a little bit
I
more?
mean, this one, I think, it's the definition. What is strat planning? You don't have to have it verbatim. I'm not going to mark you on the conjunctions, but this, the general growth, sure. And Bryson's 6-step process, probably a good thing. And then a flavor of what are the elements for rolling. And the vision, mission, values thing, like that kind of rolls off. Stuff, SWOT, vision, mission, values, you've all seen strat planning, you've all done visioning studies. And then a little bit of what makes a great strat plan, yeah. But I'm not looking for a recitation. This is like now salary. This is like understand. Project management fundamentals. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 panels. First one is what's a project? We need this one down, ladies and gentlemen. Project is temporary and it's unique, as opposed to a program. Ford Motor Company, when they redesign a chassis, that's a project. Ford Motor Company, when they produce 15,000 automobiles out of their plant every year, that's a program. It's ongoing and continuous. It's neither unique or temporary. Redesigning a chassis is unique and temporary, and that makes it a project. That's point number 1. Thing number 2 is what kind of project is it? And here we have a popular party word, the iron triangle, sometimes called the holy trinity of project management, sometimes called the troika of project management. Everybody's looking excited about that. I'm excited about it. 3 things. Every project can be defined in terms of 3 characteristics: time, resources or money, and scope. And every project fits somewhere in that triangle. If you're over this side of the triangle, the project is probably ASAP. It's all the time. So spend a little bit of extra money to get it on time. If the project is way over here on resources, it's all about money. So get it done, but we don't have a lot of money. Take a little extra time if you have to. But we don't, money is tight. And if you're way down here, it's all about scope. You've got to deliver this precise specifications. Don't lost like a money. This is a good guidance system for the next following gen. bad example. Right. Never mind, not the next one we get, but next, bridge. Right, so scope specifications of the project, would be this kind of project, scope heavy. Iron triangle, scope, resources, every project can be described in terms of that triangle. And you have 5 processes, project management, right under the PMBOK. PMBOK is a project management book of knowledge. But you learn it into a PLG. And in the box, it says every project can be divided up into 5 pieces. First piece is called initiation, where the boss basically says, go do this, go do a project with this scope. Typically a charter. It's the document that comes out of that. That's initiation. And according to Mr. Clark, that should take about 5% of the project manager's time. 5%. Initiation. That's where you start. Then you enter the planning phase. What do we do for a living, ladies and gentlemen? We plan. So guess what you'll be asked to do in a project management construct? This is where you will, be asked to plan. Well, give me a project plan to come up with a new secondary plan for the Fort York area. So that's a typical scope statement for a project. And you will be asked to spend 35% of your time planning. So PMBOK is very front end loaded. Spend a lot of time planning and not as much time doing. Execution doesn't take as much time because you planned it so darn well. Hired the dream team, you've got all the best consultants working for you, you've got a bulletproof budget, you've got a process for doing change, your sponsor is nailed down and it's absolutely on the ball. Stakeholders are all aligned. Execution is not. Press go, run the program. It's the planning that's hard. And that's what PMBOK says. Very front end loaded process. 40% in the first 2 phases of the PM's time. And then you basically get into execution, you do it, run the program, you monitor and control. How are we doing for quality? How are we doing for on time, on budget? Report variances up. And then you close. Everybody forgets to close. That's where you break out the beer and pizza. Hooray, new project was delivered on budget. And then you find jobs for all your staff. So they're now looking for work. The project's winding down. But before they leave, they need to close the project. They need to write a lessons learned report, and they need to organize the files. So next time you come back to Fort York to do the secondary plan amendment 5 years later, it's a very nice banker's box full of organized files. Pick it up. So this is what they're trying to do back then. It's the process they use. This is what worked, what didn't, and you have core memory. That's closure. And then we look at 2 cases. All I want you to get from the case is there's 2 tools of project management. 2 cool tools that get used the most are a Gantt chart. I don't think I need to tell everybody what a Gantt chart is. And a project management plan, where you write down all this stuff. So if you don't have a plan, the expression, what gets measured is what gets done. So where am I relative to plan? Hard to answer that question if you don't have a plan. So you need a baseline so that you can decide, am I on target, am I on budget, am I on scope? That's it. 2 things. There's more cool tools, but that's all you need to know from this class. Questions? Speed up here. I'm losing it. No, keep going. Okay. Infrastructure finance, lecture number 9. So, Newman and Smith made a case through an examination of the historical planning, the Journal of Planning History. It's surprising to see that in an implementation course, but they spoke deliberately about infrastructure and implementation. They made the point that there's odd phrase, if you don't remember the exam, it's hard to forget. It's not actually so it's strange estrangement between us and our former best friend, the Works Commissioner. Look at the old plans, Paris, Chicago, it's all about, getting the infrastructure laid down. In the old days, it was all about improving the sanitary conditions around the Seine and the Lebanon, Paris. And it was about defense, so the role of heavy equipment through Paris to defend the borders of the city better. In Chicago, Daniel Burnham, much the same thing. Series of radio screens, parks, sewer water. And then we kind of got distracted, in humans. And our new best friend became, anybody remember? In City Hall, no longer the works, there's a bunch of engineering nerds. The cool kids are, it'll shock you when I say it, the cool kids are who? The lawyers. Oh no, how did we ever make this mistake? The lawyers. And we decided that planning was all about processing, CRQR regulations and angular planes and section 37 agreements and FSI and FAR and setback and side yard and zoning and separation of uses. And that became our world. And that's not going away. So zoning is, as far as I've been determined, it's here to stay. It's been here since 1938. I don't think we're going to get rid of it. Nor should we. But Newman and Smith basically say we're heading into a world where infrastructure opportunity will abound. Things need rebuilding, expanding, updating digital technology, etc. We're going to spend a lot of it. So a planner's new best friend, in addition to the legal department, and state provided that, is the works the engineering. The period of strange estrangement between infrastructure and planning should be over. Crombie Commission said the same thing. Land use and transportation and other infrastructure, they need to be a seamless garment. Two peas in a pod. No good to have the roads going this way and all the official plan designations going that way. Doesn't make sense. People won't put up with that crap. So, we want a renewed link between infrastructure planning and land use planning. That's the takeaway from the first slide. Second slide basically says, and here's why. Because in my world, not my world, the world before me, John Robarts, Bill Davis, the era of visionary investment, look at all the infrastructure money that was at gold spokes. All the 400 series highways, most of the subways. Second, the community college system. Not this building, but most of Ryerson was constructed during that period. Many of the universities, many of the ports and harbors, all constructed during that period. Money was abundant. Post-war period, lots of built, and lots was spent on hard infrastructure. Good times. And then Dollar came along. This is my career right here. The era of neglect, and it pains me to say this, but there was not a lot of money for infrastructure. And that's no longer the case. Well, this got cut off, unfortunately. Basically, infrastructure is ramping up. You saw the federal budget 3 weeks ago. The infrastructure contribution in there, pledged, not spent, pledged. Well, is that? Although the conservatives say much the same thing. In Ontario, the conservatives also said they're all good for lots of infrastructure. It appears employment rates are a little lower, and everybody's considerable productivity and expand the world economy and making sure we have good broadband and other services. So it looks like the juice that makes our projects go, infrastructure, will be more available to your generation of planners than it was to mine. And I am envious. Very envious. That really is the stuff that makes for cool projects. And you're going to have it. So, if you're going to have it, you need to know what to do with it. And the 7 secrets of infrastructure planning are listed here. And basically, you need to review the slides, go through, and remember, state of good repair is important. It's no good to have a great fleet of social housing units if the roofs are all falling in. Sound familiar? TCHC. Crazy. And we're building new units before we fix the roofs in the old units. Does that make sense? No. There's that. State of good repair is key. Don't forget the operating budget. You can build all the hospitals you want, but if you don't put any doctors in them, I don't want to go there. Get my broken arm fixed. Right? Schools without teachers, not a good idea. And ladies and gentlemen, this classroom with a fantastic professor. Kind of idea, let me tell you, food off my table, money out of my pocket. Okay, so the infrastructure operating budget, just as important as capital budget. We do need reliable measures. The infrastructure gap is too much in the press, often promoted by construction unions and developers. Clean salt required. Nice if we can make that for real. Amortization versus expense. Don't be fooled by the fact that capital dollars get to be chopped up and spent or booked over the life of the project. Doesn't mean that your political masters get to have 10 bridges where they only used to get one. Because it layers up. You used to have to pay for it in a year, now you pay for it in 30 years. If you have 30 of them, boom, you will have a budget that is nothing but infrastructure. Don't let that go. There is no don't pay us anything in corporate finance. Senior government grants for payments, another cocktail party word. Transfer payment, transfer dollars from one level of government to another. Transfer payments, very important, a little bit tricky, because when you transfer dollars, the senior level of government, they can't amortize the money. That check is booked, year which is written. That's hard. So don't let accounting drive the plan. Don't make decisions like, well, we should own cross account stuff, but we're a senior level of government, so we can amortize it. But Queen's Park deciding how much distance to put between the software cards. Is that a good idea? So that they can amortize it. So it's even a thing. It's just a reporting thing. Not a good thing. Don't let it come in drive your plan. Productivity, sure, infrastructure can drive productivity. Faster roads means you can get to a meeting, and meetings can create value and innovation and drive GDP growth. Sure, infrastructure can drive productivity. It's not about that. It has to be the right infrastructure in the right place at the right time. Gazebos and Huntsville, ladies and gentlemen, probably don't quite do it. So you gotta try to help politicians with a process that's transparent, and then you guys pick the best things at the right place, right time. P3, we had a long chat about public-private partnerships. Very popular now in this world of network government. Remember, both Smith and Agert, network government, government skiers, that other people do the rowing. P3 is an example of that. So MTO sets the standards, Special Lakes sets the standards, and ACON, consortium of public-private partners, builds the thing to spec on a fixed price basis. So all the risk gets transferred to the partner. The risk of it being over budget and behind schedule is borne by ACON. It's a fixed price contract. So if their costs go up, it's not our problem. So that all sounds pretty good, except you gotta pay for it. They aren't gonna do that for free. They're gonna charge you because they've got to build in contingencies to cover off the risk. They may have to post a bond, they may have to buy insurance, they have to do all kinds of stuff. And for them to do that, they need to increase the price of their bid. So that increased price is the price of admission to a P3. And number 7, and 7 tips of grid infrastructure planning is P3 is yes, where the price of risk transfer is worth it. And sometimes it is not worth it. Sometimes in IT, my former home, we know the system better than IBM because we run it every day. We modify it with a whole last set of patches. My guys, so am I going to put that job out for a fixed price to IBM or Accenture or PwC? Not a chance, because they don't have a clue. They will, oh, here's the good one. They will learn to shave on my beard. And I don't know about you, some of you have got the thing going on there. I don't want anybody learning, I don't want a barber learning how to shave on my beard. Right? I'll shave myself, thank you very much. Right?
John, I'll shave you.
Now, you have to decide who in this arrangement is best positioned to bear the risk of the project. And if your guys, your people know how to do the job better than the outside guys, then let them do it. P3 is not a panacea. And again, you need to save the politicians from themselves with this. Sometimes you'll hear things like private sector discipline, a market will focus them, we don't trust the bureaucrats. Nonsense. Nothing inherently beautiful about a market, especially in infrastructure markets, can be a little less better. It's concentrated. If your own people can do it better. Sometimes people that do stuff every day, work with them every day, they know things, and they can get it done faster, better, cheaper. It's your job to figure out a set of facts or a set of facts where your own people have pretty good vision, but they just don't have the execution thing figured out. I will do that in the product sector. Good things. Room full of planners, find a room full of planners, execution. How many are they? Where's the vision? Hire. Okay, that's it. Any questions on infrastructure plan? Okay, last. Actually, not last. Second one. New statutory tools. We talked about three big ones. There are many. We have lots of amendments to the Planning Act in the last 5 or 7 years. The big ones that you got from Lori Miller's presentation and from the slides that I took you through are inclusionary zoning, the reforms that were made to bonus zoning, density bonus, section 37, and the community planning permits, which try to take 3 processes, zoning, variance, site plan, bring them into one, and give you a recipe that says, you buy those things, you can do one. All 3 of these reforms have the express objective of creating a more predictable system, as well as other objectives. So, we talked it through, and it's one of those things where it's one of those discussed. Describe the 3 recent reforms to the Planning Act and discuss the extent to which they may have fostered more predictable and certain systems. Because everybody likes predictability, and certain neighbors like it. They know what's going on in the lot next door. Developers like it. Punch stuff into the spreadsheet, see what their ROI is. They can go to decisions. Everybody likes certain. But I think when we discussed it, I tried to submit to you, but it wasn't quite that simple. You like people to sometimes be able to change things. The market shifts, as it has. And prices inflate. When a designer innovates and says, I've got a better way to do it, instead of making roofs that look like that, we've been doing it for 30 years, I can make a roof that looks like that. And guess what? People who are 6'2", like Professor Towler, will no longer bump their head. Innovation. Right? And if it's all frozen, you're thinking that's not so innovative. Some of you are maybe under the 6 foot limit. Okay? Different club. Try. I know that. That video on us all, guys. Anyway, you don't want to freeze design innovation, and you don't want to basically crystallize your plan so that it quickly becomes out of step with the market. Either those are good things, but certainty and transparency is a really good thing. So, discuss. That's good question. Last slide. Water Planning Administration, Stanley Mack. The question that's posed to you, because you're all looking for jobs, how do I spot a modern, vibrant, high-performing planning organization? Because that's where Professor Deller says I want to work. I don't want to work in some old self-applied, boring, complicated place where nothing ever happens. How do I spot the difference? How do I spot the high performer? Well, you use the Stanley mirrors, time-tested, proven method of H theory, which stands for horizontal, fluid, empowered, external, results, focused, and continuous. If you use the H construct, you can answer the questions, how do communications flow in this organization? Stanley would say, you should have the ability to talk across departments. You know, it's not like a work department that never talked to you, they're gonna say reports to the commission. That's old school, that's mechanistic, old school. Where everything goes up and down the chain of command. You should have the ability to roam freely through the corridors of power and ask questions, and engage in dialogue. You may not be able to order the works team to do stuff, but you can certainly, you know, give it speak ideas. It's fluid, you know, your role is described, but it's not like a film set where I can't put tape on that light because that's the job of the electrician or the gaffer. Yeah. That sort of stuff is not conducive to the job and quickly being involved. It should be empowering. So management should be like Mahatma Gandhi. There go my people. I must follow them because I am their leader. The servant leader. Should be empowering, not the maybe even the player coach. Coach gets on the ice, skates around a bit with his team. So the empowering leader as opposed to the omniscient and corner office, make an appointment maybe next month, I'll 15 minutes, and then I'll tell you everything you did wrong. Old school, we don't do that. In the H-Spirit model, we don't do that. Yeah, let's value knowledge. In the old school, it's Radar O'Reilly. I tried that last time. You said you actually had heard of the old TV show Mac. Radar O'Reilly was the corporal. If you're getting in that, you know, you need a box of bullets. He called Sparky. Sparky was his number two somewhere else in the organization of the armed forces. And a box of bullets will fall off the truck somewhere and end up in the submarine. That's valued knowledge in an old style mechanistic organization. In a new style organization, it's all about your smiling faces. In a new style organization, it's all about external. What are the stakeholders thinking? I'm up there, I'm in a storefront planning operation. I know exactly where this group's at. I know what that developer's thinking. I know his architect. I got 13 friends. We just had beers last night, and I know exactly what they're going to bring in before they even bring it in. That's value and trusted knowledge. In terms of, you know, who's hanging out with who in the city hall and the internal politics, I don't care what that stuff.
Yeah, don't get the black light on.
That's the new model.
To be covered.
Value knowledge is external.
Oh shit!
The focus is on, remember McClendon, results. McClendon, why is super active? Not about class tests, not about how many meetings.
Let's test it out.
Not about titles, not about the size of your office. It's about getting stuff done. Results. McClendon, bias for action. And the final thing, how does the old style organization improve as it grows?
Do it again.
Remember? After a crisis, after a crisis, exactly. Somebody comes in and blows it up. That's the only way things change because it is crystallized. Nothing changes until usually there's a crisis, an audit, an inquiry, something, charges are laid, something bad happens, and the whole thing gets blown up. And heads roll, words changed out. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to be there when that happens. Been on the giving end of that one, never on, thankfully, at least not yet, on the receiving end, there's a bad right down to the person that stocks the shelves with paper. You don't want to be an old style organization when it's getting blown up. In a new style organization, you're continuously reinventing yourself. Constant. Hey, we haven't tried that before. Cool, let's do it. Let's not do it in scale. Let's try it. Do it, try it, fix it. McClendon, remember that? Fast for action. That's the new style. H, fear. Find an organization that does that and go work there. You will be happy. So find a mechanistic organization, you'll be happy when you get the office. That'll be the end of your happiness. Okay. We looked at two cases. We had both annual reports posted, and you had some time with that fellow right there. So, we did some observations by looking at the org charts in the annual reports on the extent to which the H-tier conditions have changed. So, for the final exam, understand Shakespeare, be able to kind of recite it, and maybe be able to apply it to a situation. I don't know, say I'm going to be saying that, but it'd be just like me to write a question like that. What does Stanley Max say when they're defining characteristics of modern planning organization? And then I give you a little case. Employee, you know, here's the place you're looking at as you apply for your next job, and you're wondering, what extent is this uniform? What questions can you ask yourself? Let me write this down. Send it to me. Sounds like a good question. All right, and that I will say is the end of planning is 1-0. Did I hear someone say encore? Oh, here's one. Yeah. I got 4 more slides. Got 2 more slides. Final exam is essay format, 3 hours long. Familiar with this concept? It's located in Fair Hall West in the lower gym on full in there. I've been in Fair Hall West. Somewhere down in the basement. It goes from 8 o'clock till 11 o'clock on Monday, April 15th. You will have choice.
Take it out.
So, this is important.
I got excited. Forgot visualizing. I turned it off. And then I was going along and then I was going to bake
You
my
want to think
chicken.
about
And
an exam that is
we have
3 pages
it sitting right there for 3 days. I forgot.
It has 2 marks, part A and a part B, and that's only done so that you don't just answer, you know, you don't learn the first half of the course. So I'm not interested in the 5M stuff, that's boring. And you just study the front end of the course and you do all of it, you know, to have a little understanding of all that. So part A, you need to answer 2 questions from part A, and 2 questions from part B. And they are all equally weighted. 25 points each. So don't blow your brains out on the first question, just stir your stuff. I know people are going to answer more often than I have. Don't blow your brains out of the first question. Measure your time. And I'll be there. 3 invigilators will be there. Lots of posted. You need all the usual stuff. It's closed bar, no computers, no calculators, no. And it will be slides, actually the order in which it will be. I was studying for this, the order in which I would budget my study time is I would look at the slides first, the readings second, and if time permits, I would scan the guest lecturer's slides. We revise them, ever so slightly. I'm making this up as I go. I would do the sum up deck first, this deck first. That's a bird's eye view of the whole course. It's what we just went through. Lectures 1 through 12, 12 slides. That's where I would start. It's like an index in my life. And then I would go through and look at the actual 12 slide decks. Boom, boom, click, click, click. And then, you know, if I'm a little foggy on what the heck did Emily Talon really say, I might dig out the reading and have a look. Or what the heck did Goldsmith and Eggers really say about network government? I'm sure I totally get that. Check the link, look it up, boom. The readings are either posted in D2L or they're available by link. In the syllabus, in a rare number of cases, I'm just thinking of Goldsmith and Eggers, there's a link right on the slide. All the hyperlinks are active. So check them all, throw for it on the here. I think that's it. If you have any questions in your studying, I'm here to serve. So send me an email, it's probably the best way. Okay, questions? Yes?
I have 2 questions. First is about how long is an essay response supposed to be? And the second is whether or not you can decide how many you will have to choose from each one.
Wow. Okay, the first one is easy. Well, not easy. As long as you think it's necessary to answer the question correctly. So one takeaway from this course is that decision makers do not appreciate a fire hose briefing. Fire hose is where you tell them everything you know about a subject, hope they'll be impressed. What a decision maker wants to know is, do you know the important stuff? And what a decision maker really wants to know is, what do I need to know? You're teaching me. So in this case, what I want to know is what we just talked about. And I don't need to know what's on page 477 of some books you're reading. I need to know what we just talked about. How does that reading fit into the 4 objectives of this course? Emily Callan talks about blah, 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 blah. And then Smith talks about, Carolyn Lowe talks about this, guys. You know, those sorts of like, you know, it should fit into the narrative of the course. And if I think you got it, good. You're all good. So it's not as long or as short as you need to answer the question you write. So when you see the questions for the first time, parse them out. Some of them will be multi-parters because that's how I roll. Help myself. Don't miss a part because I read when I see you miss a part. Because I can't mark it, I don't see it. Don't miss a part. Some of them, like, I know how I put questions, and for sure, there'll be some 4-parters. And I know that's tough, but I don't know how to get around that. So if it's a 4-parter, underline 4 things, and don't leave one blank. Or I will phone you. Ask you the question verbally. Okay. The second question was how much choice?
Like, I mean, just say we have 4 questions to answer, will that be under 3 options, or
How many do you want?
12?
Okay, 12 it is.
Seriously?
And if you got a problem with that, you know who to blame. How many got
4?